I'm going to be showing you another feature where you can create codes to be run on the sensor based on a C language abstraction. Originally, these sensors run a nesC code, which is the TinyOS version of C, which is very, very difficult with its wiring and configuration details. So now I'm going to show you what the scripting language looks like. So I'm going to open a file that has already been created. So this contains a periodic timer that is started every 10,000 milliseconds inside the event timer timeout. So whenever the timer times out, it starts sensing the light. Inside the start sense light function, I'm going to actually get the light sensor value. I'm going to create a packet that has the source, which is the current node ID, and the light info value that I just read. And I'm going to send the packet to another node 3 in the network. So this is the basic program, and I'm going to generate code. What I'm going to give it an application name, which is sense_light. This will create TinyOS based code, that is the configuration and module files. That can be programmed onto a sensor or simulated on OMNeT. I'm going to open another similar file that was created in the scripting language. So what this does is every time it receives a packet which generates an event, then I'm going to read the packet details, which is the same as what I'm getting from the other node, which has a source field and a light field. So I'm going to be reading the light field, which is the light sensor value, and I'm going to add the first, the second, and the fourth bits to display the least significant bits on the LEDs. Again, I'm going to generate code, giving it an application name, so radio to LEDs, and code was generated. Now suppose I did not have the hardware and I wanted to simulate it in OMNeT, then I'm going to give the number of nodes that I want to simulate in the network. I'm going to give the WSN name, say scene 1. I want to create a network called scene 1. Node 1 is going to be programmed with the application name sense_light that we created earlier. What it's basically going to do is read light sensor value and send it over the radio. I'm going to give that node a node ID 2. The second node in the network is going to be doing the radio LED application, that is reading the sensor value that is sent over the radio and showing it to the LEDs. And I'm going to give it an ID 3. Once I set up the network, then we wait for the simulation to be done. We are going to go visualize it like we visualize the packet traces or the live network visualization. So we gave the two nodes node IDs 2 and 3. I'm going to drag and drop them onto the canvas and start the simulation. I'm going to pass simulator data now and give the scene name that we previously mentioned. Now we can see that the nodes 2 and 3 are sending